Hey mini enthusiasts, how you doing? I hope you're all well and I hope you're having a great day. So today is the giveaway video. This is the biggest giveaway I will have ever done on this channel, so I'm really excited about it. This is a sponsored video, so this is something where I've gone to the company and I've said, I want to buy this for my car, but would you consider giving one away on the channel to one of the viewers? And they come back and said yes, so they're supporting this video. I'm doubly excited because I received this package probably, I guess, 2 weeks ago now, and I started unwrapping it to have a look inside to see what it all looked like, and it is so well wrapped up. I thought I can't go much further because if I unwrap it, I'm not going to have anything to unwrap on the video. So this has literally been sitting in the garage for the last couple of weeks waiting for me to fit. So I haven't seen it myself properly yet, but let's get it unwrapped. We're then going to do a video of how I'm going to fit it on Project Sprout, and then during the video I will tell you how you can enter this competition to win this kit. But let's see what it is first. I also want to say thank you again to all those viewers, subscribers that have supported the channel through Buy Me a Beer. And what I'm actually going to do, if it's one of you supporters that wins this competition, I'm going to add an extra £50 of my own money, which you can have in a voucher for wherever you like. Mini Spares, Mini Sport, Tesco's, Next. I will donate that as well, just to say thank you to you people that support the channel. So let's get going, let's get this unpackaged and let's see what all the fuss is about. So like I said, this package is extremely well put together and packaged up, because I started trying to open it and I just thought I'm going to have to unpack the whole lot to get anywhere. So I've not really had a chance to have a look yet. And this is bespoke as well. It is bespoke for Project Sprout, but you could have it bespoke for your own car as well. It's obviously designed and manufactured in the UK, and that's a very important point actually, which I need to mention. The competition includes free delivery within the UK. So if you're taking part in the competition and you live outside of the UK, unfortunately we can only ship to a UK address. So I don't know, maybe you know someone in the UK you can get it shipped to, and then they can ship it on to you. So yeah, like I say, extremely well packaged up. I need to be a little bit careful when I unpackage it, not to damage anything. Let's get a look at the first thing. I'm sure you've probably all guessed what it is by now, haven't you? So there's the first part of it. So as you can see, it is interior trim, and it is trimmed. I don't think it's quite almond green, but I'm not sure exactly what that colour is, but it's very similar to what the car is. And then it's all trimmed very nicely, the stitching, the piping, everything like that. Cut a long story short, because we might zip through this, be a bit boring just seeing me opening packaging, but this is a boot liner kit, but it's not your standard boot liner kit. These boot liner kits, this is a gold standard package with postage. It's £255, so that is what it's worth. And like I say, the commitment from the sponsor is that if you win this competition, they will ship you out one of these boot liner kits for your car, so you can have it trimmed in the colours that suit your car. As you can see there, the luggage rails on the bottom, that's the boot base. It is just beautifully crafted, really nice workmanship. The company themselves are called Stitched Up Interiors, so I'll put a link in the description and it's a guy called Peter. He has an Instagram page as well where he shows all the kits he builds. Peter actually started this business literally only a year ago. He's an aerospace engineer, got made redundant and decided to go out on his own. He's always had a passion for interior and doing this sort of crafting, and decided to start his own business right at the height of the global pandemic, when all mini shows were cancelled, when there were no shows to show off stuff like this. So I take my hat off to him, to Peter. That's really good going. Listen, let me get the rest of this unpackaged. We'll go into time lapse, I think, and then we'll go through how we're going to fit it. And as I say, keep tuned. I'll give some details in a moment of how you can win this for your own car. There we go, all unpackaged, and I've sort of just mocked it up quickly just to give an idea of what it looks like in the car. It comes with some instructions. They look very easy. It's only sort of 5 steps, and I'll go through the fitting of the video of the interior in a moment. But I've got to say, the quality of materials looks really good. Really pleased with that. Let's see how it fits in the car. And this is the gold standard package. They do platinum package, they do silver packages, they do the gold package with a boot lid cover. I'm not fitting the boot lid cover, but this is what's included in the competition. So it's a gold standard package. It's everything you see here, trimmed in whatever colour and piping, stitching, etc. you want for your car. This kit is £255, including UK delivery. As I say, unfortunately, it is only open to delivery within the UK. It does sound, on face value, you think, well, it's quite expensive. I can remember buying boot kits for sort of £50, but they just don't fit very well. They don't look that great. And I just thought, with Sprout, it's worth it. It's worth spending a little bit extra, and certainly looking at it so far, the quality of finish and materials and everything does look like it's well worth the money. So first thing we've got to do is get TARDIS out the garage, get Sprout started. Hasn't been started for probably 8-9 months now. Get it out the corner here so we can get inside the boot. Got my bucket seat. Wow, didn't she start up nicely? Yeah, not bad going. I'm sure it is probably 7-8 months since it was last started. So like I said, this is a really simple sort of 5-step process. So I've not tried pre-fitting this. Let's just give it a go and see where we get on. So the first step is to remove the spare wheel and anything else out of the boot. So we're going to remove the spare wheel, the battery cover. There's a cover on the side of the tank here. This is on MPI minis. Can't remember whether it's on SPIs, but anyway, that's no longer needed. So let's get these few bits out first. So this cover's just held in with a couple of little plastic rivets. I do already have a boot board in here, so we're just going to take that out. It does say in the instructions to be patient as well. Something I've not got a great deal of is patience, but we don't want to wreck anything. This is proving difficult to get out. How did I get it in there? Right, this is actually stuck on the battery carrier clamp, so I'll undo that because I think that's going to hinder me putting the new one in as well. At least if it's out the way, as you can see, it's got a couple of studs which stick up here, and I do not want that to put a big mark in the new boot panel I'm about to put in there. You'll probably find, as with most minis, this battery clamp is missing, which is not right because it should actually be an MOT failure without that clamp in there. Right, I haven't got to take that right out. I think that's out the way enough now. So there's my old boot panel. It's very similar actually. Similar sort of shape to the new one that's going in. So that's my first tip, is to undo the battery clamp. So first step is to insert this backboard. It does say be patient. It is very much the same shape as the one I've just taken out, so I'm glad I've removed that battery clamp. And there's obviously a certain way to getting it in. It does say that you might need to give it a bit of a wiggle, which I'm sure we will. Fuel pipes get in the way a little bit down here. Obviously this is an MPI Mini, so the fuel pipes run inside. If it was a carburetted Mini, they just run on the outside. So that was all right, wasn't it? It did take a bit of a wiggle, but as it says in the instructions, just be a bit patient. Right, we can put our battery clamp back in place now. That's my top tip for this. Definitely worth removing that battery clamp. It just sticks up at the back there and gets right in the way of where you would be fitting it. We can now put our spare wheel back in. And it doesn't actually say anything about the battery cover, but I think we'll just put it in anyway. Right, step 2 is the left-hand panel. The left-hand panel is the one that goes against the fuel tank here. It comes with some Velcro, so the idea is you Velcro on the back. It says use the Velcro on the small bracket. So I think, like on this tank, which is an injection tank, it has these brackets that stick out for the plastic cover. So that would make sense that they go on there. But first off, I've got to kind of make sure they align with it. So it's something like that. I do notice, I'm just looking at the material here, it is actually, it's cut out a little bit, so there's a little bit of movement at the top. Now, in my case, I've got non-standard speakers, so they're a bit bigger than normal, so I think that's probably what that is for. If you're running great big 6x9s or something like that, you might find you have to cut out even more than that. So let me get that Velcro in place. I need to mark that. I don't actually think I need it on the bottom one because it doesn't really align with that, but certainly this top one here. There we go. Right, the next step is preparing the right-hand panel. Now this is, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, Peter that runs Stitched Up Interiors was an aerospace engineer for 30 years. So I would expect nothing less than to have a nice little bracket which goes on this strap on this side. As you can see, it's Velcro backed. That goes on the back of this bracket here. And what that does is when you fit this bit, so it clips in the bottom of the baseboard, and then you've got something vertical to hold it in place to stop it falling over. Like I say, you're not an aerospace engineer for 30 years without coming up with the odd little bracket that makes life a lot easier. So that's a nice little touch, that is. Again, I've seen cheaper boot boards for sale, and I've bought them in the past with this. It fits in nicely, but just don't touch it because it all falls apart. In this case, there's a little bit of thought gone into it. So let's just get this bolt out here. We can fit this bracket in. So that bracket basically goes on the back of that tab there. So there we go, there's a bracket on the back of that mounting there. I actually don't think it's going to be too much of a problem because the way it fits in between that bracket and this boot switch here, so it sort of holds it in place. Right, next bit, we've got to slide in the base unit. Now from experience, this is a squeeze to give it a bit of an angle. Again, a little bit of patience required maybe. Oh! Without banging your elbow. Right on the funny bone. That's all about getting the angle exactly right. But when it goes in, again, it's a very nice fit inside there. The next bit, again, I'll just show you. There is a nicely engineered slot or groove in the side here, which is what the bottom of this side panel fits into. Again, I think it's going to be a bit of a fiddle because it fits in that groove and then it's got to fit up behind here as well. I think what I might have to do is take this boot switch out just to get it in and then refit the boot switch, because I can't see how unless I go up from the other way. Yeah, I can't see how that goes in. Let me swap the camera to the other side so you can see what's going on. That is actually a wonderful fit. Yeah, make life easier for yourself. Just take that pin switch out when you're doing it. And now I've got to thread this up the other side. Actually, once it's in there, obviously we've got to access it for the washer bottle occasionally. Again, not all minis have this boot switch, but I would recommend actually, if you're doing this, if you're topping up the washer bottle, probably just undo the boot switch and take it out quickly. It's only one screw. I'm quite impressed so far by how well it's all going together. That's nice and sturdy, that side now. That bracket on the back really just makes a difference. So final bit is the tank cover for this side. Again, something you've got to be careful with because you've got to bend it a little bit because the tank is rounded. I'm going to lose my Project Sprout sticker, aren't I? Yeah, let's just see how we get on here. That piece there is just, again, I've seen this stuff is generally made out of sort of MDF, and I've seen some boot kits before where they just use, to get it to be bendy, they just use really thin MDF, and then it really doesn't fit that well. We are there, I think. Let's grab the camera for a closer look. There we go. I guess that's taken me 20 minutes, including faffing around filming it as well. There is a 0.6 on the instructions, which is to go out for a drive with friends and make numerous excuses to open the boot looking for imaginary items. I think that's brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Bit of humour as well. So let's have a look what the finished article looks like. I think that's seriously impressive. It is definitely the best made boot kit I've ever fitted. Now don't get me wrong, I can't really compare because other boot kits I've bought have been 50 quid, 60 quid. This one is obviously custom made with my choice of colours of piping and material and stitching, and you can do the same. But you know, sometimes you just get what you pay for. If you pay a little bit more money, you get much better product sometime. And this looks really cool. The only bit I haven't done, so you can have, this is the gold package, gold standard. I think they do a gold deluxe or something like that, that has the boot panel as well. Now the reason I haven't done that is because my boot is freshly sprayed and it's all brand new looking. So I kind of want to keep it like that. In fact, what I like on the boot, and I might ask Peter if it's something maybe he could do or maybe consider doing for the future, is I really like it where you have the insert panels just in the middle here. So you keep the look of the frame of the boot, but you get these insert panels here. They just, I think they look really nice, and I think they look better than the total boot covered. So Pete, let me know if you can do them. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I guess you want to all know how you could win this kit. So you can win this kit for your car. You can have it in whatever colour you want, whatever stitching you want, whatever piping you want. The only restriction is it has to be shipped to the UK. So if you're outside the UK, you need to arrange onward shipping to get it shipped to the UK first. And like I said earlier, if you are a supporter of the channel through Buy Me a Beer, if you win this kit, there'll be an additional £50 in vouchers for you as well. I can almost hear you all shouting at the screen. So how do I win a boot kit like this, Keith? Well, it's really simple. All you need to do is go over to Pete's website. It's www.stitchedupinteriors.com. I will stick a link in the description. Have a look at the sort of things Pete does, because he does other classic cars as well, not just minis. Look at the kits for minis and let me know in the description down the bottom. So to enter this competition, all you have to do is start your comment with stitched up and then tell me what colour combination you would have on your boot kit. So stitched up, green with cream piping and stitching. That's all you need to do. Also, go over and check out Pete's Instagram page, Stitched Up Interiors. Again, I'll stick a description in the box. We will do the draw for this in 4 weeks' time from today, which I think is the 30th of June. So, or the competition will end on the 30th of June. So if you're watching this video after the 30th of June, there is no point commenting down the bottom, because you won't be entered into the draw. Anyone that's commented with stitched up and then the type of interior they would want before the 30th of June can enter. It's free entry. I would appreciate it if you're a subscriber. Please do remember to give this video a thumbs up. And if you hit the bell notification button, you'll get notified when we're going to do the draw. I will do the draw as soon as I can after the 30th of June. And like I say, I will pick out, we'll use a random comment picker. So it's very, very important that you start your comment with stitched up and then the type of or colours for the interior, because if I do the random comment picker and it's just a viewer saying nice video or something like that, and it doesn't include those details, unfortunately you won't have entered the competition. So yeah, like I say, hit that subscribe button, bell notification button. Please do give me a thumbs up, and hopefully we can get one of these boot liner kits out to you. And again, if you're a supporter of the channel through Buy Me a Beer, there is an extra 50 quid coming to you people as well. So thanks for joining in this week. Hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully we can do more things like this in the future. I quite often get emailed and asked me if I can promote or sponsor a product or something like that. And thus far, I've just been sent stuff which is nothing to do with minis, and I wouldn't ever do anything that wasn't related to the channel. So if there's someone out there, they're doing something cool for minis and they want to promote it in some way, I'm quite happy to do that. But again, I'll only promote stuff and I'll only do stuff like this if I think it's good stuff. And this, I think, genuinely is.